Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, TheCassanEdit, where I share all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, my way of course. Today I am going to be sharing the next best thing after fashion, and that is all things home. You guys know I love a good home purchase, and I actually have a few things to share from you from Target that I did not expect to look as great as they do. They do sell great home items, and y'all, I'm telling you, you're gonna love everything that I share with you today. If you are into home just like I am, this video is the video for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before we dive in, and let me also talk about what I'm wearing today. I have on a knit set from ASOS. It is a set that I really wanted to get, and let me tell you, I am in love with this wisteria color. This seems to be my color for this season. I actually posted a photo with a knit sweater from H&M, which was the same color, and I just felt like that color was so gorgeous on me, and I'm just drawn to this color for this season. So don't be surprised if you see me in a bunch of wisteria colored items. All right, let's get into these home things because I am so excited to share with you. The first thing I'm gonna share are these mugs that I got from Target, obviously. I absolutely love these mugs, and I was actually influenced to buy them from Monroe. Monroe talks about these mugs all the time, and because I'm a Target lover, I was just like, let me go ahead and try out these mugs. Now you can buy them in a set of 2, or you could just buy them individually. When you go online to go buy them in a set of 2, they are rarely ever available. I bought the first set of these stone colored ones online, but then I was never able to find them as a set again. You can also buy them individually online as well. But then when I went into the store, I purchased a few more. So I had 2 of these already. And then when I went recently, I added the black color to my collection as well. These mugs are so good. They are so chic. They make your morning coffee, hot cocoa, tea moment just look so much more elevated because of how simple they are. And they are a beautiful ceramic as well. And I just like the size. I typically like to have bigger mugs to drink out of because I tend to drink whatever it is that I'm drinking so fast. So I like to have a good amount in my mug, and this is the perfect sized mug. So Monroe was right on it when she recommended these. I absolutely love them. They are $3.99. These are the Hearth in Hand, and all those different lines like Hearth in Hand, Magnolia, Threshold, Studio McGee, all of those lines are the perfect. Whenever I see that name or any of those names, I know that I'm going to get something that is a really good quality item. So I have these mugs right here in this cabinet. So I have the black ones on the right there and also the stone colored ones. So now I have a set of 4 of each, which is perfect. Now they do also come with, they don't come with, but you can also purchase these smaller plates from the same collection, which come in the stone color, and they also come in black. I have my Easter bun bread here from my neighbors who are Jamaican. If you're Jamaican, you know exactly what this is. That's just a little sidebar. But this is something that you can use when you are eating something like this. I actually plan to get a bunch more of these so that I could put them on the floating shelves that will be installed to replace the cabinet that I removed that I spoke to you guys about a few videos back when I was showing you the kitchen layout and all that. But what I actually want to do is put 4 of these probably on the floating shelves along with a few of these, and then I will buy some black ones of these and put them in this cabinet because I don't have the black ones yet. I have a bunch of these stone colored ones. I think I have probably 8 of them, so I'm probably gonna get a set of 4 maybe in the black one because I don't think I need as many. I just want to make sure I have a set out here. That's why I overcompensated in that. But I love, love, love these. They're great quality. They do not feel flimsy at all. They don't feel like they'll break on you. They're very sturdy and made with such great quality material, so I never feel like I need to be super fragile with them because they're just great quality items. So that's that. The next thing is this beautiful candle holder that was just such a beauty when I landed my eyes on it. And I think I first saw it maybe on Asiyami. I saw a few people online with it, but I was really drawn to it myself because it just reminds me of Africa. And I do love to bring elements of Africa into my home. That's something that my mom did growing up. So I wanted to do something very similar. I tend to have her taste overall, and I feel like it's very nostalgic for me to infuse the different types of decor styles that my mom had into my own home, because I feel like I want to create my own traditions and my own style, but still hold on to a piece of what I grew up with in paying tribute to my mom in that way. So this is basically something that I could totally see my mom with. In fact, I feel like I should probably buy her a few of these, but she's completely over the stage of adding more things to her home because she feels like she has already arrived. So it's like she has everything she could possibly need. But I'm going to check in with her and see if she would love these, because I feel like this is right up her alley. And I think the reason why it makes me think of Africa is because of the stripe. If I will show you the other items within this collection, the brand is Opal House, but I think it's a Jungalow collection. So there were various ceramic items that were very similar to this that just came in different shapes and patterns. The different patterns and the stripes that were within the collection was really reminiscent of tribes in Africa, so it had a very tribal feel. So that's why I went back to Africa with that. But at any rate, this is a candle holder. I think there's 2 candle holders within this collection. The other one has stripes on it. I felt like I wanted to go with the simpler one because it was a little bit more subtle and it would match with my decor a little bit better without having to clash too much. But I do still think I'm gonna get the one with the stripe because it's just a line that's one of a kind, and they're all on sale right now. This one was the one that was the hardest, and I suspect it's probably because it is the one that is the simplest and the most plain as far as the pattern goes. So I could see how a lot of people would gravitate towards this first. But again, the other items are absolutely beautiful. You can put them anywhere in your home. You don't have to keep them together. Like I said, this is the one that sold out the most. So I had to wait on this for a while before I got that notification from Target to say that it came back in stock. And when it did, I had to jump on it because once you get that notification, everyone else is getting that notification at the same time. And it's kind of like whoever gets there first gets it. So I made sure that I jumped on it and got it. The other items are not selling out as quickly. They are still available, and I do want to make sure I get some of those. So if you're interested in this and you don't see it in stock, don't worry. Just click the tab to notify you when it gets back in stock. And once you get that notification, just make sure you purchase. Next thing is this marble tray, which I really love. I like to add different elements into the home where I could easily just pull from a reserve. If I'm looking to style a vignette or a certain area in the home, I don't have to kind of try to figure out, okay, what do I style this with? How can I style? This serves as a foundational piece, and I have a few other examples of foundational pieces so that you can just layer as you're doing your decor. This is something that I could even keep over here by the oven. I can put my spices, my salt, my oils. I could use that there. This is something that could also go to the bathroom. You can put some toiletries or whatever it is that you feel you want to put in there. I mean, this can go anywhere in the home, and I have seen it styled in so many different ways. I've seen people put candles on them. And it's also just a really nice color. It's not the typical white marble. There is a beigeish tone and also some taupe colors that are within here. And it won't be just white on white because my countertops are white mostly throughout the house. So once I put this, it will stand out because it's a deeper, darker beige color. And this is also from the Threshold collection, which is Studio McGee. And it was $25. And I got a little bit of a discount because I'm a Target Circle member. All right, this next one is pretty hefty. It is a decorative bowl, which I'm sure you have seen styled so many different ways online. It may be something that you've seen and you didn't know where it was from, and maybe right now you recognize it. It's from Target. And that's why I love Target. Even though there's a lot of people who may have a lot of the same things, They're very neutral pieces, and they are pieces that people really could make into their own. So no one bowl is styled the same way. And this is just something that I wanted to get because I want to be able to put something on my dining room table whenever we get that. So this is where I envision this. Even though I don't have a set place for it right now, I still made sure I grabbed it. And that is something that I do on the regular. I bought a bowl from Target last year, right before we ended up purchasing this house. Before I even knew we were gonna be homeowners, I purchased it because I was just like, oh, this would look so nice when we do have a house and yada, yada, yada. So even though we weren't in our home, I bought it, set it aside, used it in the interim, but then I knew that I envisioned it in a new home, and here we are, and it's in this newer home, which I had already envisioned. So don't be afraid to buy things, even if you're not in the space that you want to be in, to be able to style it. And this is basically what I'm doing because I don't have that dining room table yet. So once I have the dining room table, this is where you'll see that. I could put fruits in it if I want to. I can use it as decor or a landing place to layer pieces for different holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, however I want. It's just such a beautiful piece, and I love how hefty it is. It looks like it's such great craftsmanship, and it's also not that expensive. I believe this was I think it was 30 bucks. I'll put the price up on the screen. I can't quite remember, but again, it's another Threshold Studio McGee piece that is so worth grabbing. And it's one of those pieces that sells out like crazy, but you do have to be patient and continue to click that notify button. Even if you miss it 1, 2, 3 rounds, keep going. And there's a few things that I'm gonna actually move on to the living room to share with you that I had that same experience with. One more thing that I almost forgot to share with you guys is a new kitchen faucet. I shared with you when I did the light changes and the under the cabinet lighting that I also wanted to change my kitchen faucet, and I actually wasn't planning on doing it this soon. However, Amazon pretty much has open box deals. So whenever you see a certain price under an item and then it says see all buying options, that is the indicator that there are open box items available. So they have different ways that they classify them. There was one that said used good. There's ones that say like new, or there's ones that say good or fair. I ended up getting 2 because the first item that I purchased said used good. Then later on that day, or maybe even the next day, I saw one that said like new, and I jumped on it because I'm like, of course I would rather have what's like new, and it was only a couple dollars more. So let me just pull it up so you guys can see. This is our new kitchen faucet. It is from Amazon. The brand is called Furious, and there is someone else who has it. I asked them what they thought about it. They love it. It is definitely much taller than the one that we have right now, which is okay because I feel like I needed something taller anyway. I will do some B-roll of what we have right now, which is just a regular nickel faucet, but I love this one. I love the lever, and ours was giving us a little bit of issues anyway. I'm actually just going to, we still have warranty on the house, so I called the builder, and when he gets back to me, I'm just gonna find out if they could just switch it to this one, and I won't need to pay a plumber since that one is giving a little bit of issues. The one over there is just whenever we pull the lever, or put it back, I should say, it slowly opens back up and the water starts to run again. This one right now actually feels so sturdy, it doesn't feel like it would even do that. So this is our new faucet, which I am very excited about. And I also like the sleekness of it, the shape. It matches all the other gold, bronze, brassy colors that I have going on here. So it's perfect, and it's a matte finish, so it's not shiny at all, which is actually what the light fixtures are. So it's really gonna go well with my light fixtures that I put over the sink. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm just envisioning having my little parties and just having a beautifully aesthetic kitchen and sink where I could put some flowers in there. It's just all the things that I envision. that I'll finally be able to do. This is only hanging out like this because it's not installed yet. Once it's installed, it won't do that anymore because there's like a weight that holds it down that pulls this right up. And this was the one that said like new. It actually came together. I didn't buy them too far apart from one another, so they just shipped them together. So I had to kind of do some digging to figure out which one was which. But this one looks like it's the one that's new. The other one doesn't look too bad either. There's like some minor scratches that I still would have been perfectly fine with. But I just wanted to give you guys that as a little tip. Just so you know, the regular price on this is $136. I ended up paying less than $100. I paid $75 for a new kitchen faucet, you guys. Look at this. Does this look like a $75 kitchen faucet to you? No. It looks like it should be the price that is the retail price. It looks like it should be $150 or even $200. It's weighty, it's substantial. There's nothing flimsy about it. The reviews were great online as well. So I also went by those, but it was good for me to contact someone who actually had it and they said that they love it. And there's a few people who have it on their Amazon shops because I was looking around for the perfect faucet. And I feel like I really hit jackpot with this one because it's going to look so good. I'll keep you guys posted on when this gets installed. I'll do some close-up videos so you could really get to see what it looks like, but I am extremely satisfied with this and I cannot wait for it to be installed. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to share with you guys is this footstool right here, which I'm going to demonstrate for you guys. This is another item that I got from Target. Now, I don't know if we're actually gonna keep this, but I will say we do love it. Everyone so far is loving it. It just showed up at the house. That's just how us moms do. Something shows up and all the family benefits. They love it. It showed up and now they sit here. Anyone that sits here, they grab it and they just put their feet on it. It is definitely a great item. It's a footstool from, what collection is this? This is, I actually can't remember, but I'll put it up on the screen. I think it could be Threshold, and it is a mushroom shape, as you can see. It was only $100, which isn't bad for a footrest, but I just feel like it's too overwhelming for our space. I would love to keep this. And even when I mentioned that I'm gonna return it to Arvin's and Namaya, they were like, why? I just feel like I need something that's a little slimmer, especially since we're gonna have a coffee table. This would be in the way, and this is for these chairs here. I'm already gonna have some items here, which I'll actually talk to you guys about in a minute. So with knowing that there's gonna be something here, even if I kept this right here, I feel like it would look a little awkward. I mean, you guys can let me know if I should keep it or not, but I just feel like it's going to be in the way of the coffee table. If I get something that's a little bit more cylinder looking, it'll be slimmer, and I can even put it next to the fireplace accent wall when that gets added soon. I just feel like it takes up too much space. That's the only reason why I don't think I want to keep it. It is this beautiful Sherpa material. It feels so soft and fuzzy, and it's very comfortable, especially because it has so much space up top with this mushroom shape. You could just really just like put your feet on it. I sat here and did some work. I had my laptop with me. It was such a comfortable footstool, which lets me know that I need to make sure that I get something that is substantial enough for us to be able to feel like we can rest our feet and not feel like our foot is gonna fall off. We still need something that has a little bit more space, but even if it was something that was the size of the bottom part of the mushroom and not this extra on this top part, maybe it would work out. That would still be something that would work. But again, I said I'm gonna have these other stools here. So I don't know. I'm very undecided on these. Target also has a cubed version of this that may work because it'll be cubed and it also won't be in the way. Now, if I could figure out a way to store them, because those are also something that I wouldn't be able to keep right here. It would be something that I'd have to stick under a console table as decor and just pull out whenever we need it. Moving on to the next thing that is not here right now, but I did purchase it earlier today. It was another open box item, and that was actually from Wayfair. It's the side tables that I told you guys that I was going to purchase so that I could put right here in between these green chairs. By the way, if you did not see my previous vlog, I got these chairs from HomeSense a few weeks back, and we are loving them. Do not regret it at all. The color is absolutely beautiful. You can go back to that vlog and see what my vision is for this entire space here. But the side tables was one of the things that I wanted to get. I was actually waiting for them to go on sale because those are so popular. They are absolutely everywhere, and I don't care because I love them. And they're just a genius idea because it's not just one console table, it's two, and they're also different sizes. So it adds to the different layers in your house with the high and the low. I absolutely love the idea of them, and I see why they're so popular and why they keep selling out. They sell them on so many different other sites. If you just Google double side table or cement side table, I think it's concrete side table, you'll see them pop up on a gazillion other sites. But Wayfair is one of the sites that had them. And as I was waiting for it to go on sale, I saw an open box deal pop up. And I was kind of just like, I don't mind getting this as an open box. I know I want it. The only thing that I know is that people always say that they're not as white as they look online. They look more on the beigeish side, which is what this looks like and also what my couch looks like. So I'm fine with it. And there's so much neutral going on, and the pops of color will really play well against it anyway. So I'm not concerned about how beige it looks. I know I'll be perfectly fine with that. Plus, I've loved those side tables for so long, and I'm so excited to be able to get them. I first saw them for an open box deal for $296. I slept on it, didn't get it. I don't know why I didn't get it at the time. Missed out, and then all of a sudden, I saw them come up at like a $339 price total, which was still an open box deal. And I was just like, no, I know these were cheaper. I went into the Wayfair website because I was just looking for something else. And all of a sudden I saw that it popped up that it was $289. Those tables are $360 other places, upwards of $400. So to find them at less than $300 was perfect. I couldn't have checked out fast enough. And it says that it's gonna come on Saturday, but that's because it's an open box item. But this item is back ordered until June. That's how popular it is. So to say that I am happy that I got my hands on it for the steal that I got it for is an understatement. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. On to the next item. So this is a drink side table that is from West Elm that has a marble base, and it also has the brass up at the top and throughout the body. It is something you just stick right under the couch so that whoever is sitting here can have access to whatever drinks they're drinking, which is perfect. This is actually something we had in the previous place that we lived in. However, it was a quality control item because that base at the bottom kept detaching from the rest of the table. So I actually just got it replaced because I knew we were moving. I kept all the pieces and I showed them. West Elm, I have to say, their customer service was amazing because I purchased this about 2 years ago and they replaced this for me, no problem, 2 years later. So their customer service is stellar. It is just a simple table that you put your drinks on. I know it is going to be well used because it was well used in the apartment, and it was just such a perfect thing because no one needs to put their drink on the floor and mess up the floors by leaving any like ring marks on there. You just have a very convenient place to put your drink, and it's just a very functional yet stylish piece to add to the home. That's the most important thing when it comes to items that I get when I'm decorating. I want it to not only be aesthetically pleasing, but I also need it to be functional. On to one of my favorite items in this haul, and it is this olive tree that I found from guess where? Target, y'all. This is yet another Target item. And when I tell you, I was so impressed with what it looked like in person. the website really does not do it any justice. And even the reviews from different people, I did not expect it to look as good as it did. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, but you guys, it is everything. And olive trees could be so expensive. And even though this was not cheap, it is definitely on the lower end of what olive trees go for. This is originally, I believe, $250, but it was on sale for $212. And then I also got an extra percentage off because of me being a Circle member. So I got this for a little over $200, but you guys, olive trees go for $300, $400, $500. I mean, I've even seen $700 olive trees. And let me just get closer so you can see. First of all, look at the pot it comes in. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to pot it. It came just like this. Look how beautiful this pot is. It has such a rustic vibe to it with the ceramic. I don't even know if it's ceramic or cement. And then it has this faux moss here, which is perfect. It's just so beautiful. And then up to the actual branches of the tree, which is not flimsy at all. It comes pretty tight, but you open it up. So I played with it a little bit. I could make it even look bigger. I actually had to make it look smaller so that it can go well with the space. I just sized it to the scale of the room that I'm in right now. And let me tell you, it elevated this space in seconds once I opened it. First of all, I couldn't wait. I opened it up so fast and put it out. I didn't wait for anybody to help me. I just opened it up. And again, it was easy. It was just take it out the box, put it wherever you want to put it. I love that I didn't have to buy an extra pot or planter. So you could think about all that stuff when you think about the pricing. It comes ready for you to style. So there's no buying a pot or any of that stuff. So for the price, you're really getting a bang for your buck. It's so good, y'all. And it's super tall. I think this is like 93 inches. It's a really good height. You really just can't go wrong with it, y'all. I'm gonna put the link down below. If you see this olive tree and you really need an olive tree and you're looking for one, don't look any further. Just get this one because it's absolutely beautiful. I'm sure I'll get other olive trees for other areas in the house because there are some areas where I feel like it calls for it. I thought I was going to have something else here, but since this has been here, I can't imagine removing it from here, but you never know. I'm gonna show you the next item, and that's what I was actually thinking about putting in this space. When my best friend Gabby was here, the one thing she said, because she came when I bought the green chairs, she was like, all you need now is some greenery. And let me tell you, that's literally what this space needed, because again, we're still in the process of finishing this space. This first floor is not done yet, but this was such a perfect addition. And I can't say enough about it, y'all. I really can't. I love, this is 10 out of 10, okay? 10 out of 10. That's all I can say. Now, the next item I'm gonna show you is in this frame, and it is Divine, okay? Divine, and I know you guys already know what it is, but I had to just give you guys this disclaimer. It's the very first purchase that I made for 2022. If you guys followed me on stories on Instagram, you know I went to an antique shop and I landed on this bad boy right here. Woo! Look at it, y'all. Look at it. Let's get into this fabulous antique purchase. First of all, before I get into the actual details, I need to give you the backstory. I was actually flipping through a designer who, if you remember my empty house tour, I told you that there was a designer that gave advice on what you should do first if you're trying to upgrade a home, and how I was so proud of myself because all the things that she listed is actually what I did, which was update the floors, paint the whole house, yada, 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 right? Her name is Shelby Gerard. She's on Instagram. If you don't follow her, you're completely missing out. The side tables that I'm getting, she has as well. And that's probably one of the photos that I posted as inspiration. and she styles her home so beautifully. Anyway, she went to a Connecticut trip with her husband, and she was taking photos of and just documenting their trip. And they went into this antique shop, or antique mall rather, and there was items that she was just saying yes and no to, just for the heck of it. It wasn't like she was bringing it home or anything, but she was just saying what she would take home with her and what she wouldn't take home with her. So now actually it wasn't Connecticut, it was New York. It was upstate New York. So now she posts this mirror, and of course she put a big fat yes next to it, because it is absolutely something that would be a keeper and worth purchasing. This is one of the types of mirrors I have been looking for and I have wanted since we moved into this home. And I knew that I wanted an antique mirror just like it for this home, because I just had a certain vision. Even when we were in the apartment, I knew that I wanted an antique mirror that was gilded just like that. If you follow iSwoon, she has a mirror like that in her home. So I always knew I wanted something like that, because I love how certain people decorate their New York townhomes. And now that I have a townhome, even though it's not New York, it's Boston, I was just like, oh, I totally have to find a gilded mirror. So when I went antique shopping with my parents over the summer that you guys saw in the vlog, that was what I was on the hunt for. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was being patient. I also looked online on Cherish. I also looked on First Dibs. They were super expensive, or just not exactly what I was looking for, and not local enough for me to be able to receive it. Otherwise, shipping would be astronomical. All those things, right? Anyway, Shelby posts this on her Instagram. I immediately sent her a message, because she didn't say she was going to get it. She just said she would go for it if she wanted to get it. This is something she would get. So knowing that she wasn't going to get it, and you know, she was in New York, I was just like, where is this located? She said Hudson, New York. So I did my due diligence, Googled, and tried to find an antique shop in Hudson, New York. Ended up finding that there's like this whole mall strip. I found a particular number. I took a screenshot of her story, which had the mirror in it. I'll put up the picture so you could see exactly what I sent to this person. I text a number of a person who was in the antique mall that this could possibly be in. And I said, do you have this particular mirror? Somehow I landed on the right person, and they said yes. This was literally the first week of 2022. This was like January 2nd or something like that. So now I tell the guy, okay, can you please put it on hold for me? I'll be there over the weekend. I'm from out of town, but I'll be there over the weekend. I also did a quick search to see how far it was, and it was actually much closer to me. Usually New York is 4 hours, but it was only 2.5 hours because it was upstate, which is closer to me. So I was just like, yes. So now it was all about telling Arvin's, asking him to go with me. Getting my dad's car to pick it up was a no-brainer. My dad, it was easy peasy. I actually wanted to see if my parents wanted to go, but they were leery about COVID. So they were like, we don't really want to go to an antique spot, but this is a spot my parents would go to. At any rate, I don't want to keep this story longer than it already is. Went to New York, picked this bad boy up, paid a really great price for it, antique price. It wasn't cheap, but it was totally worth it. And when I took a picture of it, I sent it to a professional antique repair person who lived here, because there's some little things that do need to get fixed up on it. I sent it to him. He said it's a gorgeous mirror. He verified that it was an antique piece. So it is about 100 years old, and it's everything and more. So now you see where the olive tree is. I kind of wanted to put it up against the wall there so that it's facing the kitchen. And it would be right next to where the fireplace accent wall would be. But I really have to think it through because I really love the olive tree there. And I don't want to put it on the other side because I want the mirror to be on the side that has the most light, and the other side of that wall is darker. So let me give you guys a close-up of this beauty. Okay, so this is the beauty. Now, originally, I actually wanted it to be right here, right? I was gonna put some curtains, well, a curtain rod, and just have the curtains flank right there where you see the cables for the TV. I don't know why the builder thought someone would want to watch TV right there. That's not where our TV is going to be. Our TV is going to be on the other side. So that's going to be covered up. Our electrician told us not to remove it. And that cord is going to actually go, but he told us to keep that box there. So I was going to just put some curtains there and also have some curtains along the other wall over there and have the mirror just be here. But I don't think that's gonna be the case because I had to move the couch over in order to show you guys. It would only work if I had the couch sitting horizontally, which I don't. The couch is actually I moved it down so I could show you guys, but it actually goes right here, which blocks everything. So now I have to move on to plan B. So let me just show you guys all the detail here. It is such a gorgeous mirror. You know, there's some imperfections like you see it has here. There's also this mark here. That's actually not even the glass, it's the back of it. So when I looked into getting it fixed in certain areas, like I can get this gilded over, just these black marks, and then just little teeny imperfections, which I'm fine with. That I could get it restored. You know, Boston's actually a really good place to get things like that restored. They have really good antique repair places, but it would still cost quite a bit, so I'm not going to do it yet. I do think I'm gonna replace this entire mirror just because it has that mark right there. If it wasn't right there, I'd be fine with it, because there's another that's like down here. You see these couple that are down here. I'm fine with those, but this one is just smack dab in the middle. So look at the beautiful, beautiful detail on here. I love how the sides just come out like the pear mirrors, and I also love the detailing down here as well as down here. It is just so gorgeous, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to have my hands on this. It is everything, and these are the types of things that I like to get secondhand, because it's like I want to bring in some old world elements into my home, especially since it's a new build, and I feel like part of making this place charming is bringing in older items like this. So that is all that I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Let me know what you think of the things that I shared. If you're into it, if you're not, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification down below so that you never miss a video, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye, y'all.